So let's just start off. What types of supply chain issues has Vital Signs Northwest faced in the last handful of months? I know you offer screen printing, embroidery, promo products, laser engraving. How have those different services been affected?
I'd say that each of our industries have been hit at different times. It started out obviously with hand sanitizer this last year, and then it was face masks. And then because everybody was doing the face mask thing, t-shirts became hard to get. Then winter hit, and then hoodies were hard to get. So I'd say across the board, it's been each of our different departments that we have in-house that have been hit. It's been I'd say quarter after quarter, each department gets hit a little differently. This I'd say last 2 months has been extremely hard with the Richardson 112 inventory. We were trying to supplement that with some Pacific Headwear options, but now Pacific Headwear seems to be having the same supply chain issues. When items do come available, we've made the decision as a company to buy the most inventory that we've ever had. So we're buying above and beyond what our customers' needs are, kind of foreseeing the future for their needs or future customer needs. Yesterday, it became cutting boards for our laser engraving department, the cutting board that we use on a regular basis. That's never been an issue. So we don't carry like a humongous stock of it. Like typically 24 to 36 pieces is a large amount. I couldn't get from two of our suppliers and quickly put online. If anybody has these, I'll buy all of them. Because there was none. Somebody gave me a link to a supplier that we don't normally use. We have an account, but we don't typically use them. And they had some inventory of it. So I was able to grab those real quick. So you kind of have to plan ahead more than we've ever had to. We've been in business for 10 years. So this is unique for us. It's been normally, you go on there and you get a Gildan 2000 or, a Bella Canvas 3001, and it's not a problem. And now it's like, you have to almost be a hoarder, which is a weird thing to do, because you laugh at people, a year ago that were hoarding toilet paper, and now you're the guy hoarding t-shirts and hoodies, and you feel bad. But then you don't hoard it for very long, because your customers come in and buy everything you have. So yeah. It's definitely unique.
Definitely. Absolutely. And so with that, getting all of this supply at once, do you see yourself like needing to get like new storage, or you have space to do this, or kind of what's that been like?
That has been unique. We have added racks and racks. We were a garage shop 10 years ago. Then we moved to our first retail spot about 6 years ago. And then in 2017, we actually found a facility 3 hours north or south of us. We purchased the facility, and we've continued to grow. And so I find myself kind of laughing, because we bought it out of an opportunity, not seeing that the opportunity was actually going to grow with us. And so we've had the storage space, and we've had the availability to move and shuffle things around to definitely make room for more inventory, but it honestly doesn't last long. Our clients are seeing the demand. So we had a client that normally orders like 36 to 72 hats on the top end. They came in our stock room yesterday, and they bought 300 hats right off the shelves. So having the supply is definitely helping with sales, because they really can't go to a lot of other places unless our competitors have thought ahead of time to bring in that extra inventory as well.
Yeah. And then have you had to have any, different conversations with customers now that you've, run into supply chain issues? Like what are you telling them?
We've been really honest, that we have been trying to keep ahead of it and keep our stocks up. We've had to put out 2 posts in the last 2 months. One was today. We got a email. I don't remember if it was an email or an alert from Richardson that they went a few weeks ago to online ordering only, no more phone calls and no more emails. And we got an alert today saying that they were going to continue that for the next 4 weeks, that was working for them. And I see the benefit to it. It definitely streamlines the ordering procedure. And so we're kind of doing the same thing. We're letting our customers know where we're at, what the problems are, and trying to get ahead of it as much as possible. But that being said, you have to almost be hoarding these products to even fulfill your customers, which is, again, it's an unfortunate sequence of events.
Yeah, definitely. And have you kind of heard anything from suppliers in terms of, how long is it going to be like this? Or is there an endpoint? I mean, I know it's kind of a weird question that they probably don't even know the answer to, but what have you heard from them?
From different ones, we've heard different things. Obviously, there was the ship issue, I want to say 4 to 6 weeks ago, which created different problems throughout all the different ports. Once those ships got rearranged and started hitting the ports, we did see an influx of supplies. But now again, we're starting to see quantities drop with our dates of our back orders that were supposed to be here in May get pushed back to June. And we just started looking at our June back orders, and they're not here till July. And that's become tricky. So, and we realize that Christmas isn't that far away as well. So fourth quarter sales, we're planning to buy as much inventory as we've probably ever had in our company history. I will say the one thing that I have tried to do is if I do have extras and I don't see a need, I have been working with other competitors and other people in the industry to let go of what we have, because I believe that what goes around comes around. And so I have been letting loose of some of the inventory to help other screen printers and other engravers in the industry.
Well, that's amazing. So kind of on that topic, do you have any advice for other shops facing shipping, inventory issues, what they can do, what they can tell their customers, kind of just, means for success in hard times?
Be honest. The shipping problems that we had during Christmas were insane. Our Amazon clientele they're so used to Prime. They weren't very understanding. Our Etsy side of the company, they were a little bit more understanding. They were having delays from even large manufacturers. Walmart was having the same shipping problems. So we would be honest. We would share or attach any information that was coming down the pipeline from the post office and saying, here's the articles and here's where we're getting our information. And we were very in touch with our postmaster here in town. I would just say plan accordingly. Like I put on my post today, don't stock for a month, stock for 2 or 3 months. Try to talk to your clients and see where they're at and their inventory levels, and try to base your previous sales with them off of that, and stock up for that next 2-3 months. That way you can survive in between not having access to the supplies. We've been very fortunate and blessed during this pandemic that business didn't slow down the entire time. The first month and a half when everybody shut down shop obviously was pretty detrimental. But we've put majority of our investment into stock and been able to float through this, because if you don't have it, unfortunately you can't sell it. And that's been the biggest kind of takeaway from these unique times.
Definitely. Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for hopping
Thank
on the call
you.
with me. I really do appreciate
Absolutely.
it.